Haven't been back here since that night. And that very first confrontation with my better half. The original Peter Parker. The so-called real Spider-Man. I still don't remember much between the explosion at the stadium and waking up at the foot of the smokestack. But I always figured that he brought me here for some reason. I can't help wondering if Peter ever faced a moment like this. If he ever saw his entire life reduced to a single object that just might be an answered prayer. And I wonder if it scared him half as much as me. Jack sacrificed himself to share the secret. Or did he? This computer disk could hold a miracle. New evidence that I'm actually the one true Peter Parker. Or it could be another one of the Jackal's sick jokes. After all these years away, all the dreams and the doubts, I still can't help but wonder what Peter would have done. But it really doesn't matter. Because I'm not Peter Parker. Not that Peter Parker. Not anymore. And Ben Reilly no longer needs validation from anything, anybody, but me. Jackal only reminded me of that again tonight. My own rootless existence, each and every friend and foe along the way, has long since proven that life is in the living. Man, I must be a trouble magnet. No sooner do I get my life handed back to me than I find myself up to my neck in web fluid. First, I think I've lost my best friend, Seward Trainer, when he gets zapped into a deep coma by the new Doc Ock, only to find out that his consciousness is just vacationing in cyberspace. Then, in my waiter job as Ben Reilly, I find that my employer, Jason So, just might be a mob boss. And now he wants me to become his bodyguard. Definitely the kind of guy Aunt May warned me not to hang around with. Not that I run with a very decent crowd anyway. I'm usually dealing with punks and skells as the Scarlet Spider. Do I really want to start doing that as Ben Reilly? Peter? We have to talk. Yeah, maybe we do. Look, we can't stay out here if anyone should see us. I remember the first time I climbed this tree. I must have been 5, 6 years old, and I couldn't get down. Uncle Ben climbed up to help me, and then he got stuck too. Aunt May finally had to call the fire department to get us both down. God, was Ben embarrassed. I said we can't stay out here. If you've got something on your mind, we'd better. I'm leaving. What? Why? Please, don't pretend you're not relieved. Let's face it. With May back and me out of your life, you have a real shot at happiness for the first time in... Well, maybe it's the first time ever. But how can you leave after what the Jackal told us? We both have to face the possibility that I might be the real one, and you might be the clone, or that we might both be clones. You don't believe that any more than I do. All the Jackal wanted was to mess with our minds, hurt us more than he already has. We both know the truth. You're the real Peter Parker, and I'm Ben Reilly. Fact is, after all my time away, that's who I am. We may share a common past, common memories, but the years have made me a very different man. This place, this life, I don't think I'd know what to do with it if it was handed to me on a silver platter. But you? Grab your chance at happiness. Grab hope, Peter, and don't let go. What about you? Where will you? I've seen a lot of the world these past 5 years, and there's a lot more waiting for me. So I guess I'd better get going, huh? Take care of yourself, Ben. And you take care of them, you hear? 'Cause if you blow this, I'll be back to straighten you out. I don't doubt it. Keep in touch, okay? And let me know if there's anything I know. I promise you, you'll never see me or hear from me again. I wish you could hear me, Aunt May. Or do I? What would you think if you saw my face? That I was your nephew? Peter Parker? You'd be wrong. I'm nobody. Oh, I may look like Peter. and even possess some of his memories. But I'm a sham. A fake. A clone. I've stayed away from this city, this life, for years. I moved around, tried to push everything about Peter's life out of my mind. But there was always you. I didn't want to forget you. I even started calling myself Ben Reilly. Ben after the memory of Uncle Ben. And Reilly was your maiden name. I thought myself pretty clever. And then you got sick. I had to come back. And then everything fell in on me. Peter and I faced each other, and the results were to be expected. And then the woman calling herself Chakra appeared. Peter followed her into danger, toward Ravencroft. And there was something about what she said. Something about the way Peter was acting. Something that makes me think that Peter Parker is going to die tonight. And now here I am, questioning what to do. Hoping that you'll come out of your coma and make it all better. Like the Aunt May of his memories. What do I do, Aunt May? If I don't act, Peter might die. And then, once and for all, I can have the life I've been dreaming of for all these years. All I have to do is sit here. Do nothing, and the memories, the life, all of it can be mine. It's not even a real question that I'm asking myself. I know what I have to do. Because it's what he would do. Bottom line, I am him. Essentially, you raised us both. I kept some mementos from the old days. Just couldn't let go of any of them. They, Spider-Man, were as much a part of the life that could never be mine as you were, Aunt May. Thank you, Aunt May. No matter what else happens, no matter who I am, if I die, if you die, the memories I have of you made my life seem real. Another cold October rain in New York. What else is new? The way my life is gone? I've probably got my very own personal rain cloud that follows me like a curse wherever I go. Things weren't always this bad. It seems like a dozen lifetimes ago. But when I was younger, when I was Peter Parker, life was great. A kid couldn't ask for a kinder or more giving set of parents, real or otherwise, than my Aunt May and Uncle Ben. They devoted their lives to raising me. Poor as they were, they gave me the best education and moral values. Those were the days. But then the curse reared its ugly head. I was still in high school when that blasted irradiated spider bit me. I went from being class weakling and egghead to maybe the most unique person on Earth. I even invented some wristbands that could shoot a synthetic web line, and a costume to match. I called myself Spider-Man, and figured I could make some money in the entertainment biz to help support us all. I was a real hotshot, all right. Too cool to stop a burglar on the set of a show I appeared on. Too stupid to do the right thing. And later, when my Uncle Ben was murdered, and I caught the guy who did it, I saw it was him. The man I could have stopped, and that turned out to be the ultimate lesson in responsibility. And Spider-Man went from showman to hero. For the first couple of years, I battled one loony after another. Vulture, Kraven, Rhino, Doc Ock, none of them could beat me. But the Green Goblin forced me to pay the ultimate price when he killed the love of my life, Gwen Stacy. I should have known then death would always follow me. That in some way, I was cursed. My life went haywire when I discovered that Jackal had cloned Gwen and me. My clone, my identical genetic duplicate, beat me, thought I was dead, and tossed me down a chimney, and carried on my life as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. But I survived, and while he was off knocking heads with the likes of Venom and Carnage, and marrying Mary Jane Watson, I spent 5 lonely years wandering America as Ben Reilly. When I heard Aunt May was dying, I was drawn back. I even helped Spider-Man fight the Jackal, and the newspapers gave me the name Scarlet Spider. At first, we all thought I was the clone, until we discovered otherwise, and all our lives were turned upside down again. For me, it was bittersweet. Good to find out that I was the real one, but a kick in the butt to find out I'd lost 5 years. So, Peter and Mary Jane left town, and I realized that even though I've been gone, New York is home. I've realized other things too. Someone else may live out Peter Parker's life, but there's work to be done. That ultimate lesson in responsibility is as valid today as when Uncle Ben died. The world needs heroes. There are people who still need help, and I can give it to them. That's not a curse. It's what I'm all about. Now and forever, I am the one and only Spider-Man.